What's happening?
I believe we did.
It's official. It's been 7 years since the most disrespectful movie ever made, which is none other than 9/11 movie. No, I'm not talking about the terrifying event, which that was even sadder. But this film just literally a slap in the face to the event of 9/11. How freaking dare you? You can't make a movie about 9/11 as a freaking dark comedy film. That's not how it works, you idiot. What the sitch, everyone? This your good old Deborah, Nick Kick Spider-Verse and Frozen 2 and Cam Possible Fan 2001. I was originally going to do a video called Why I Was Wrong of Despicable Me 4, which I now give that film like a okay rating, so I might give that film right now a 6 out of 10. It's a okay film, and sadly that film don't deserve a serum Nick Kick awesomeness because after I rewatched it and then my rating will go up. Honestly, the main reason why I'm not doing that video is because of the fact that Women Nation Hater is going to have a talk with freaking Minion Studio, or known as Frozen Wish Studio, and Frozen Wish Studio will definitely do a reaction video to my rant. And honestly, that is why I don't mention some DM4 as much, because I don't want any Women Nation Hater to do a reaction to my video. That is annoying. Because you're not Magic, and you're definitely not most of the terrible YouTuber. I'm not as bad as Inside Out Fan, for God's sakes. Sorry, guys. So, what I was thinking about the movie called 9/11, how in the world in the Neptune that you're going to make a movie about 9/11, as long you're not disrespecting event, because you already know what happened to 9/11. That is the most saddest thing that happened in this universe, because I feel bad for the people who got their airplane crashed to the building, and it was really sad too, honestly. And that was the one thing you should not make joke about it. Yeah, I'm talking to you, as SML, or knows as a Super Marvin Logan, and even Inside Out Fan. Because when this film came out, a lot of the people nowadays are making fun of 9/11, including Inside Out Fan and SML. You need to stop making joke about 9/11. 9/11 is nothing to make a joke about it. You're just literally disrespecting to the event. Yeah, honestly, it can show that this war is getting even worse these days. So I decided to do a rant on the movie called 9/11, starring Charlie Sheen and of course Whoopi Goldberg, the same actress that she was in The Lion King as a side villain. Yeah, I can't believe why she was in this abomination. Sorry guys, enough further ado, let's get this rant started, shall we? Let's begin. So yeah guys, honestly guys, so after I heard they are making a movie about 9/11, I was really interested, because as long they are not disrespecting the event, everything would be fine. But not until we saw a trailer, and oh god, it looks absolutely horrendous. It looks absolutely bad, man. So not just Charlie Sheen Food Fight is the worst thing that Charlie Sheen ever did. Well, I gotta say, this film is way worse than Food Fight, to be honest. Why? It's because those two films started Charlie Sheen. And if you want to see a way better Charlie Sheen, go watch 2.5 Men, aka a mature second favorite shows ever behind Wood Atkinson. So yeah. Anyway, so honestly guys, I can't judge it based on the cover, which I gotta listen to my goat, which is other than James Possible. He's a man. He's a man. Anyway guys, so after I watched this film for the very first time back in 8 years ago, even this film was rated R, but I want to see how bad it is. And oh god, this is exactly I thought it was going to be. This film is, out of doubt, this is a film that you should not make a 9/11 movies into a dark comedy. You should not be laughing in this film. You're supposed to be serious how the airplane got crashed in the building and in the explosion, but not in a cool way, in the sad way impossible, because 9/11, that's the one thing that you should not make a joke about it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm talking to you two user who keep constantly making joke about 9/11. Yeah, honestly, I gotta say, but Inside Out fan and SML has got to be one of the worst thing that they make a joke about 9/11, especially to have the SML video when Marvin and Brooklyn was making joke about 9/11, and of course, Brooklyn was eating the Snickers in the airplane that take place in September or whatever. Oh my god, why would you do that, man? Why would you do that? Anyway, I can't believe why they literally think this film is a good idea. No, it's not. It is a terrible idea. So, do I have any positive about this film? Absolutely not, man. Even I think the Emoji Movie is the worst thing that came out in 2017. No other film will replace as the Emoji Movie as the worst movie of 2017. But this film is in the close second. Now I think this film is way more dreading to sit through more than Justice League. And yes, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want about Justice League. At least Justice League is a less disrespectful movie. And yeah, sure, the behind the scene was really terrifying. But anyway, I get my address. At least Justice League, it was so bad that you cannot stop laughing. And now I think Justice League is now replaced the Cat in the Hat movies as replaced as the most hilarious bad movie ever made. I cannot stop laughing how bad that film is. So yeah. Anyway, honestly, even that film was really serious, but I just couldn't take any serious. They are trying to be like The Dark Knight, and I'm telling you right now, Fan4Stick and Justice League are not canon of the superhero movie. If you say it is, there's something wrong with you. So guys, I don't have any positive about this film. Let's get the negative. And oh boy, I have a lot. The story. How in the monkey that you disrespect the most saddest event ever made. Because when Inside Out fan was making joke about 9/11, I was really thought that he was talking about the movie. I didn't even know he was talking about the event. After he said that Across the Spider-Verse is way worse than the 9/11, I thought he was talking about the movie. No, he was talking about the event, and I gotta be honest here, making joke about 9/11 is stupid. But let's talk about the story. So, the story, I am very sorry, but this has to be one of the worst story I ever read in my entire life, because the story in this is absolutely disrespectful. How in the world that you're gonna make this film as a dark comedy? This film is not a comedy film. This film supposed to be a Oscar-worthy movie. Like, come on, you got Charlie Sheen, you got Whoopi Goldberg, you got all the great celebrity. But why is every time that Hollywood always get these celebrity, and now they're doing, and now, honestly guys, I got a feeling that Charlie Sheen and Whoopi Goldberg don't want to be in this film. I'm probably doing this for a paycheck. So that's all I gotta say. The story is very disrespectful, and don't you ever in your life make this type of film ever again. If I make my own 9/11 movie, I will not make it as a dark comedy. I will make it as a Oscar-worthy movie starting Daniel Craig and his wife, and John Leguizamo will play as a villain. So stay tuned for that. It will be in my Hicks animation. It will be way better, way more honor to the 9/11 more than this piece of garbage. So, and the characters, I absolutely despise every single character, especially the worst character in this film, which is none other than the character played by Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, what the heck are you doing in this movie? First, you was in Food Fight, and now you're in 9/11? Oh, heck no. Honestly, it's for the best that you can be in 2.5 Men. I already know that show got canceled with that terrible finale. Go watch Kim Possible finale. It's way better than the 2.5 Men finale. Who agree with me, people? And even Mitchell would definitely agree that 2.5 Men just end that show like a wampus. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I can't believe why Charlie Sheen was really thinking that this film was a good idea. No, Charlie Sheen, this film was a bad idea. So yeah, honestly, Charlie Sheen, just stick a way better project at 2.5 Men and all that kind of stuff. Don't be in Food Fight ever again. Or don't even dare to be in another 9/11 movie, or else oh well, they will ruin your career. And of course, the second worst character in this film, which is another than a which is another than a character played by Whoopi Gilbert. Whoopi Gilbert, what the heck are you doing in this movie? You are the same actress that she was in one of the best movies of 1994, the movie that came out 30 years ago, which is another than The Lion King. Who grew me, her character from The Lion King, which is Hyan, is a way better character than her character in the 9/11. And honestly, guys, there was a scene in the film when she was talking slow. Honestly, I understand this film is very serious, but I gotta say, but can you talk a little louder? I can't even hear her voice due into the visual was so god awful, man. In the visual, oh my goodness, the visual is even worse than the Justice League visual because the visual of the frog look absolutely a PS2 graphic, yeah, PS2 graphic much, and the acting. I have never seen the acting is being so bad, be so terrible. And honestly, guys, I mean, this film is not sorry. Honestly, guys, this is not a hilarious bad film like The Room, Justice League, and all that kind of stuff like Norman North. Honestly, guys, at least those film you can just laughing and have a good old time. But this film is too sad to through you. I mean, to sit through because this film is just really sad and make you want to cry, man. And the climax. The climax is absolutely unnecessary. It's absolutely nonsense because the climax is absolutely god awful, man. And I already know I keep repeating myself, but there's nothing to say about it because I don't want to talk more about this film. So let's end this rant into a light possible. What else I have to say about the 9/11 movie? I say a lot how bad this film is, and I refuse to do this rant on September 11 because if I do a post of 9/11, don't even dare to say happy 9/11. Honestly, that would make you as a heartless jerk. And don't worry, I will not put all my cartoon characters, but I might put Kim and all the characters sad of the 9/11. So don't worry, I would definitely do that. And please do not even rewatch Turning Red on September 11, or else you're going to be disrespecting the 9/11. I don't understand why some of the users do that. Do that like a couple years ago, which I don't understand why he decided to rewatch Turning Red for the celebration of the honor of 9/11. Please don't do that. Make yourself like a hypocrite. So overall, guys, 9/11 is a god-awful movie with a awful story, unlikable characters, and the acting is absolutely bad. Not hilarious bad, it's just bad. And the visual is absolutely PS2 graphic, and the fog is absolutely a PS2 graphic. And Charlie Sheen, I'm very sorry, man, but honestly, guys, even I think him as a detective dog from Food Fight is the worst performance I ever seen for Charlie Sheen. But him and this character is honestly one of the second worst performance that he ever did. And his character from Two and a Half Men is a way better than him in Food Fight and definitely him in 9/11. People, if you haven't seen this film, I highly recommend you stay away from this film. Stay away from this film, or else you're gonna be a type of person that you're gonna make fun of the 9/11. So this film go crap themselves, and this film better be ashamed of yourself by disrespecting the most saddest event I ever seen because I don't want to see a 9/11 film would be as bad as this. And honestly, guys, when this film came out, hold on, guys, let me work on my research real quick. Alright, here we go. Honestly, guys, when this film came out, a lot of the people, like the critic and the audience, absolutely despised this movie. Like, they give this film a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes for the critic, and for the audience, it got a 42%. A 42%, a 20%, that is the exact same rating as the critic as a movie called Ronald Reagan, which is a politic movie, which I refuse to watch it because I'm not a huge fan of politics. And I believe this film kind of bombed at the box office, which honestly, this is a sign that Hollywood Hollywood will stop making this type of film, because this film is a insult to the movie generation, and this film is definitely on my list on my worst movie I have ever seen in my life, and I'm not gonna give this film a shout out. This film is absolutely terrible, and I don't want to see this type of 9/11 film ever again, or else this society will be sick. Sorry guys, and the same with The Last Airbender, I'm gonna give this film nothing. Yup, another nothing score. Yeah, this film deserves nothing. It is absolutely terrible. This film don't deserve a 1 out of 10. No, this film deserves nothing. Yeah, yeah, and now I think this film is even worse than maybe Disaster Movie or Battlefield, but I don't know, it's hard to tell. Man, thank God I got this rant out of the way instead of waiting on September 11, or else I will be very disrespectful out of my freaking mind. Sorry guys, that was my movie rant to one of the most disrespectful movie ever made, known as 9/11. So 9/11 film. Tell me about your opinion on this film on the comment section below. And also guys, if you want to make a joke about 9/11, please make a joke about 9/11, but the movie. Honestly, if you talk about the movie, I don't have a problem with it. But if you guys talk about the real event and you're making joke about it, you guys are heartless jerk. Cold heartless jerk. Quote by the character for Futurama, you know, get my address. Anyway, so tell me about your opinion on this film on the comment section below. And honestly guys, I normally said that what you think of this film, think it's good, think it's bad, think it's mediocre. Well, I'll probably you guys don't even give a darn, and I'll probably you don't even care less about this freaking movies. And even I think the Emoji Movie is the worst movie that came out in 2017. Which, if I like that film, why in the frick that I whip my ticket? So there's absolutely no way that you're going to see a day that I'm going to like the Emoji Movie. That film is an insult to the animator. So yeah. But honestly, guys, not just that, this film is an insult to the 9/11 event. How freaking dare that this film disrespecting the most saddest event that came out in 2002 or 2001, I don't know. Anyway, guys, that was my rant on 9/11 film. So tell me about your opinion on this film on the comment section below. So this is Nick Hicks, Spider-Verse, and Frozen 2, and Kim, Possible Fan 2001, signing off. And I might put this film as a higher worst movie ever made, but you already know what's my number one worst movie. Which is a sequel that came out after 14 years ago, known as Megamind, and you already know what my number one is. I ain't gonna say it, and honestly, I don't want to repeat myself like a broken freaking record. So, this rant is signing off, and this rant will go in the dumpster fire and stay there. 9/11 event is way more sadder than the movie itself. And don't worry, I'll make a 9/11 film, but this time it's going to be a way more Oscar-worthy, more than this one. Yeah, this film just failed. You failed to be a 9/11 film, and you made this film as a dark comedy. How dare you? How freaking dare you?